This is Cassie, coming to you with another video tutorial. Please excuse the fact that my face is shiny. I just washed it and moisturized it. I'm going to be teaching two things. The first is how to fill in your brows and to clean them up. And the second will be how to contour and highlight naturally. I've already washed my face and I've already applied my moisturizer, and the moisturizer that I have been using is the Mary Kay Age Defying Moisturizer. So now I'm going to go ahead and prime or prep my face. I'll be using Milk of Magnesia. You can get this from anywhere. I bought mine from Dollar General. And it really does help, especially with the fact that my skin is very, very oily. So I'm just going to shake that up. And then I'm just going to apply it to my face. And rub that in the places. Only in the places where my skin tends to get really oily. As you can see, I'm not really going too much under my eye because that area. And then I'm just going to let that dry and I'll be back. Okay, and now that that is all dry, you can see it went from being a clear liquid on my face to now it's completely white. I am going to apply my Too Faced Primed and Poreless Oil-Free Skin Smoothing Face Primer. And I'm just going to apply that to my T-zone area. And yes, I know you're probably like, why are you using Milk of Magnesia if you're as a primer and then you're going to go and use regular primer? Because I find that when I use both of them together, in conjunction, they work best for my skin, and as I said before, I have really oily skin. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the middle. So now I'm just going to go ahead and I want to show you guys how to do the contour and highlight, but naturally, so where it doesn't look so dramatic. And today I'm going to be using CoverGirl's Ready Set Gorgeous. I don't remember what color this is anymore because slowly, but I think this is medium deep. Let's see. There we go. So I'm just going to apply this. It comes with like a little wand to my under eye area. Blending that. I try my best to apply it in like a triangular shape. You see? And then I'm going to go ahead and blend that out with my beauty blend. And I'm just going to dab. Try to get as close to under your eye area as you can. Remember, dab, don't pull, and don't drag. You don't want to create wrinkles when you don't need to have them. Blending that. Add a little bit of that to your forehead. I'm going to add some down the bridge of my nose. A little on my chin, and a little above my lip. Notice I did not dip back into the tube. I just kept whatever it is that I had on the brush originally. Blending that in. I'm going to add my contour color now. And for that, I'm going to be using BH Cosmetics, the 10 Color Camouflage Palette. And I'm going to be using shade. I'm just going to swish my finger there. I'm going to bring that in on the sides of my nose. Now it gets really creamy. And I love using my finger because the heat from my body warms the product up and it makes it so much easier to apply, and it goes on a lot smoother. And then
into the hollows of my cheeks. This is what I like to call work cream. Add some under here to give my face some depth. To my temples. So that's that. And now I'm going to use my Real Techniques contour brush, blending metal. Now, I want my nose to be, just to stand out just a little more, so I'm going to go back in with my concealer down the bridge of my nose. And I'm going to lightly blend that in. There we go. Foundation, I will be using the Mary Kay's Time Wise Luminous Wear Liquid Foundation in Bronze 6. Just gonna apply a small amount of that to my hand. Not that much. And I'm gonna be applying that with my BH Cosmetics Kabuki brush. Little mini Kabuki. And I'm gonna just dab that in my hand like that to work it into the brush. And then dab it onto my face lightly in areas and blend it. Blending that. Go back in with your contour brush. I'm not going to apply any additional product to it because I know that it still has product in it, and I'm just going to define my contour a little more. Blending that. I'm using the Ben Nye's banana powder to set my under eye area. And then for that, I'm going to be using my Real Techniques buffing brush. Blending that. Go in and I'm going to start blending that. I'm going to use my my Ben Nye Ebony powder, excuse me. And I'm going to go in and set my contour. Then I'm just going to take my fluffy brush from BH Cosmetics, a fluffy face brush, and I'm just going to go in and blend all of that. I'm going to go ahead and take whatever's left off the brush that I applied my banana powder and go in the middle of my forehead. And then just dust. Now I'm going to go ahead and start my brow, and I have 4 things that I always stick to and I never change from. My Real Techniques brow brush. I have this kind of small angled brush. I think I got this in like a grab bag. and then the brush that came with it. I believe this product is called Poire. I use this to conceal the unwanted hairs. And then I'm going to be using my e.l.f. brow kit in dark, but I'm only going to be using the wax from the e.l.f. brow kit. So first, I'm just going to brush them to smooth them out. Go in and I'm going to start blending them. Now, as you guys can see, I have not went and got my brows done in some time now. So, we're going to do a lot to cover brows as naturally as we possibly can. I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques brow brush. And I just put some of my e.l.f. brow wax on there. And then I'm going to start off from the beginning. And I'm just going to line my eye. See that? I'm creating a tail because my eyebrow, it doesn't go all the way down to like the edge. So I create one. And then I'm gonna just line the top, but I'm not gonna start off where I did at the bottom. I'm gonna start further in, about here. And I'm just gonna fill that in. And bring that in. And then I'm just gonna start brushing the excess, going in an upward direction to kind of lay my brows hairs flat with the wax. And then bringing that down. Now you can create whatever thick brow you want to. I'm going to give myself a bit of a thicker brow, being that I have not went and trimmed my brow hairs or gotten my eyebrows waxed in some time. So I'm just going to give myself a fuller brow. And this is what it looks like. Then I'm going to just go in and do that same thing on the other side. Now I'm just going to brush those in and blend it and try to fade them out as best as I can. I'm just going to go in and clean those up with my concealer. Now I use a concealer that is in a similar shade to my skin tone so that it is natural as they possibly can. And I'm going to just line it and cover any sparse hairs and basically just shape my brow. You want to use slow strokes and get thicker as you get towards the end of your line. Then I'm going to just do the same thing to the opposite side. Basically, I'm just lining them up and making them look extremely neat as if I just got my brows waxed. Now we're not going to leave that like that. We are going to blend it out. But because I haven't done my brows in such a long time, I want to now line the top. Only where I have really sparse hairs, as you can see. So I'm just going to go in with the same brush. And soft, slow strokes. And follow the natural curve of my eyebrow. That's the shape that my brows are going to have. They look fuller, longer, and that's the effect that we want to have. Now remember, your brows are sisters, not twins. They're not going to look exactly the same and they're not going to be identical. But as long as they are fairly similar, that's good enough for me. Okay? Now I'm just going to blend that out, wipe it clean, and then I'm just going to go in on the underneath and just start blending that. And you want to blend it down. And you want to do it in nice soft strokes so that you don't mess up the shape of the brow that you're trying to create. Now I'm going to go in with my finger and just continue blending that out. See that? Now we're just going to do the top. And you just want to go in and do the same for the other brow. I'm just going to rub my brush in a bit of a light brown shadow just to set my wax in. I'm just going to comb the powder into it. And now I'm going to go ahead and complete the look by setting my face, and I'm going to use, well, I usually like to use the Iman Perfect Response Oil Blotting Press Powder in medium deep. But today I'm going to go ahead and use my Ben Nye powder in chestnut. I'm just going to get a little bit on my brush. I'm going to blend that into the brush using the palm of my hand so that it's really in there. And I'm just going to lightly dust that over my entire face. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my Too Faced Candlelight. Looks like so. And I'm just going to apply a bit of shimmer to my face. And I'm going to use my e.l.f. blush brush to do so. Probably because it's a little tapered and it has that little pointed edge. So it'll be perfect to add some shimmer down the bridge of my nose, on my forehead, and my cheekbones. And And then, ladies and gentlemen, once you are all done, our eyebrows, and we have slight contour going on naturally, I'm just going to finish with some mascara. And I'm going to be using Maybelline's The Falsies Volume Express. And I'm just going to apply one coat to each of my eyes. And because I'm feeling extra special today, I feel like I'm going to go ahead and add some blush. So I'm going to use NYX Dusty Rose. I'm just going to apply that to the upper part of my cheekbone. Just to give my face some color. I'm not going to bring it all the way down to the apples of my cheek. And I'm just going to blend. And there you have it. Natural highlight and contour. And some fabulous looking brows. See you guys next time.